In this video, I want to answer the question, what are ITTOs? ITTO stands for Inputs, Tools, Techniques and Outputs. And it's a piece of terminology introduced by the Project Management Institute in its Project Management Body of Knowledge, the PMBOK. In fact, not only that, but ITTOs take up most of the project management body of knowledge. By my account, they account for around 414 of its pages. That's about 55% of the PMBOK, so they're important. Essentially, these inputs, tools, techniques and outputs are the how-to that glues the project management processes together. They're part of the process flow. The inputs tell us what goes into a process. The tools and techniques tell us how to make that process work. And the outputs tell us what goes out of the process. Consequently, you'll find that some of the ITTOs appear to overlap in the sense that the same tools and techniques appear in a number of processes. And you'll also find that the inputs to some processes match the outputs from other earlier processes. The PMBOK presents ITTOs in 3 different ways for each of its 10 knowledge areas. They first appear for each knowledge area in the knowledge area overview. They're shown within each of the knowledge area's processes. Secondly, there's a summary of the inputs, tools and techniques and outputs for each process, an ITTO summary. And thirdly, the ITTOs appear within the data flow summary for each process. Clearly, the data flows start with the inputs and end with the outputs, and the tools and techniques are buried inside the data flow. There are 2 tools and techniques that I'd like to highlight, and the first is expert judgment. The role of judgment based on expertise crops up in many of the ITTOs. So too do interpersonal, team and meeting skills, although perhaps they don't turn up quite as often as I'd expect. ITTOs are in many ways the core of project management knowledge. They tell us how processes work and therefore how to get our projects done. For candidates for CAPM or PMP, they represent a huge hurdle in learning and understanding project management for their exams. But for experienced project managers, they're just part of the way we think, which is why the PMI and many of the best preparation schools de-emphasize learning the ITTOs and emphasize learning the principles that they set out. If you understand the process flows and you understand the tools and techniques available to you, you'll not only be a good project manager, but you'll be well equipped to pass the PMI's examinations.